Good morning. We're laughing at the feed of hello, good morning, where I'm from, and what the weather what the weather is doing. And it made me think of that game we used to play in the car where you went around using the alphabet and you said like, "Hey, my name is Amy. My boyfriend's name is Andy." Ah! We live in Alabama
Oh,
and we sell apples. Did anybody do that?
I didn't.
So
play.
far, out of the three of us, it's just me.
I know kind of a different version.
Okay. What was your version?
Well, I don't remember the words of the different version. And there was like a response to it. Like, my name is Kyla. Yeah. It's the whole thing. Yeah.
Interactive.
Yeah, I need to like check with my people on that one and see.
I'm looking at the yellow looks so yellow. The camera is very confused about the colors today because purple and yellow are complements, and so the camera's like
Oh,
pumping both up.
nice.
Yeah. So we are having a beautiful day. We've had like it's sort of chilly and cloudy and rain. So it's a really uplifting, beautiful day here. And if it's not where you are, we're bringing the sunshine to you. I was very proud of my little photo edits with the rays of sunshine.
Oh.
In case you thought it was real,
Sun rays.
the sun rays.
A lot of people know that game.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. So small and sweet fiber fairy today. It was inspired by our favorite core in this like rich golden color, and then sometimes we share things that we have like too much of. We wanted to just do what we had on hand because sometimes we're buying stuff for the Fiber Fairy giveaway. So we made a bundle with tons of beautiful top coat colors that can be combined in a variety of ways. And in preparation for the Fiber Fairy, I made a chick, which I haven't made in a long time. And this worked really well on the legs and beak. And I actually built the whole thing out of it. Instead of chick yellow, I used this core. And then on the face, you can do a little reverse needling and get some nice color variations on there. Do we have the overhead on or no?
Someone said the music is still playing over you talking.
What music?
But I dropped to
480, that's fine.
I dropped to 360.
What? I see us scrolling.
Yeah, but our internet's dropped. We reconnected.
Yeah, mine's on now.
We're good now.
Sorry, we had a little internet glitch.
You want to do overhead?
Sure, I can show the
The
check.
chick. So cute.
Thanks. Do I need to start it or is it going?
It's already.
It's going? Okay.
We could unbundle the fiber and show
Yeah,
it closer up too.
I will.
Yeah.
And I'll show what I blended also. So I used, he's funny. I used the reverse needle on his face a lot. And I used the squash core on his legs and beak. And I used the cold wax medium. And that was fun because you can really shape the beak.
It looks very beaky.
Yeah. Okay, so today the giveaway at 25 is the squash core, which is our off-white chunky core dyed stuff in here. I don't know how she does it. So we have a belt of honey tussa. And then you have 3 merinos.
So pretty.
Dune. I had it all out. Janista, which is specially dyed for us. Sorry, 4 merinos, acacia, and honey. Am I getting that
And
right?
just double check.
Okay, because I had the paper out and I was like all set, and I put everything away. Like I cleared the desk,
Honey, Janista, Dune, and Acacia.
and then papaya. We used to have this. Is that's from DHG. It was called it candy. It was one of the blends.
Sugar
Sure,
candies
yeah.
or something.
And it has merino and silk in it. And so when I made the fluff for the chick, I basically made, oh, there's also sweet corn in here. So I basically made a kind of duck fluff or fur by hand carding the colors together. And you can kind of pick and choose, like, do you want it to be, if you want it to be more saturated, use the honey and the Janista, and you know, you can even add a little bit of the papaya. I wanted mine to be nice and light, so I used acacia and the Tussa silk. Yeah.
These are not specifically the Chick Supply Pack. This is today's Fiber Fairy giveaway. So
Yep.
some of the colors might be similar. I think the sweet corn is in the
The
Chick
sweet corn's in the chick.
Supply Pack.
Yeah.
But
So, you know, just some inspiration if you wanted to do the duckling tutorial and didn't have a supply pack, or the chick tutorial and didn't have a supply pack, these fibers would be great to make that. And I have a bunch of flowers and stuff out because they would work for your wet felted flowers, which is a really fun tutorial. Like the Sprite, she has her little wet felted flower skirt. And yeah, so just a nice little spring.
because there's
Spring
so much
bundle.
merino, and then the merino silk and silk, it would be great for
It would be great for wet
felting.
felting. So this is almost 3 ounces. It's close to 3 ounces.
That's a lot.
So
That's a
really
lot of
good
fun.
value today for the giveaway. Yeah.
Do we know if the squash will eventually be available?
It
As a
won't.
core.
It
Okay.
won't. It's a special. It's a special for today.
Okay.
So, and the yarns, so for the foliage, the white, the cherry blossom, the leaf, and now the wisteria, we will keep stocking those. Just, you know, we're trying to gauge how much, and then also for today, like you know, was just trying to get it done and listed. So we will be keeping these in stock, and we might add another color or two. But what's cool about the wisteria yarn, and I apologize because it is out of stock, but we're going to get it back. So I'm going to take this opportunity of being live to tell you a little bit about it. This is primarily alpaca, and it is so soft. I can't even tell you how soft and springy this is. And it has a slightly larger sort of nubbiness than the cherry blossom and the leaf and the white. So it's a different yarn, and I'm really happy with the tone of purple that we got. This is like exactly the way I wanted it. Not too pink, not too blue, not too saturated. It's like not quite pastel, but very close. So I was playing with it yesterday. If you can see, the Fiber Fairy has a little, if I take this out, I'm not getting it back in, but I made a little lavender stem using the same technique that we used on the trees, which is essentially the feather and plumage technique, and put the purple yarn in there. And I had a little bit of wet felted green left over from the tree tutorial, and made some little leaves with that. So Kyla and I were looking at purple flowers, and we're like, wow, this can
There's a
be,
lot.
yeah, this can be, so if you were making wisteria, let's say, this isn't to scale as the life-size wisteria that I made, but if you were making a bonsai, which Google like bonsai wisteria, they're beautiful, or a miniature, this would work great. I was kind of in my mind thinking like, how could you take this yarn and give it a little more volume by like doubling back?
Oh,
And I haven't played with that in real life yet, but I was just in my head thinking about different ways to manipulate the yarn to achieve different scales of things.
Marcia just said hi from Bali.
Wow. That's
Hi, Marcia.
awesome.
We miss you.
That is so awesome. Marcia, I've been doing a lot of dyeing.
That's not why we miss you. The purple yarn, I mean, I would expect we'll need to
We actually have to
yeah,
order
we're gonna
more.
have to get more.
2 weeks, I'd say.
2 weeks-ish, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
But once we get it, it's pretty
Yeah,
quick.
we should be able to, and we should be able to keep it going. And we can, now that, I would have ordered more if I, if I had known. You never know. So, yeah, we'll definitely keep it going. So, yes, it did sell out quickly. Marcia, what time is it there? Wait.
What day is it?
Let me
What
guess.
time is
Let
it?
me guess. It's gonna be. Wait, what time is it? 10.
It's 10:12 a.m.
It's gonna
on
be
Friday.
I bet it's 8 p.m.
That's it. Same day.
Wait.
I don't even know where Bali is. So my map knowledge.
Okay,
is
you can tell us now because
abysmal.
obviously we don't know. Okay, we're waiting for Marcia to tell us what time it is in Bali.
We're just gonna sit here in silence, Marcia, until you
After
answer.
she gives it, there's a really good question asking the difference between power wax, power text, and swaps.
Okay, we will address that.
She's only
And
12 hours ahead of us.
okay,
10 p.m. You were very
I
close.
was close-ish.
Yeah.
And then also Sabine is asking, could you use the purple yarn and a drop spindle and make a beehive? Maybe you could. I don't know how to do a beehive on a drop spindle. That confuses my brain because on the wheel, you almost have to you have to push. Maybe you could. I just feel like it would be a slow process.
Mm.
And on the drop spindle, I know how to ply, but part of the process on the wheel is the angle of how you angle. So I don't know how you do that and hold your drop spindle, but let us know what you figure out. I'm dying to see it. I don't know if we should see if anyone's done a beehive on the drop spindle. But if you had a wheel, I could see this working. Now we're selling it in sections, so we would need to do whole skeins. Sabine said me neither. Okay, let's talk about Power Text, Power Wax, Swax. And what was the other one?
Cold wax, power text.
Oh, Power Text. Yeah, Cold Wax is the Power Wax.
Maybe tacky wrap in there.
Yeah, they have overlap. Okay, so some things can be used in both ways. For example, tacky wrap at the end of a little toe can help your wool stick. So can Swax. Swax and Power Wax can both go on top of the wool to give you that shiny, smooth look. Power Text is the most kind of off thing. It is a hardener. So anything that you put it on is going to become, it's not even a stiffener. It's like Medusa. It's like it turns to stone. So if you thin it out, you can paint it on. I know that Sabine and Delisa were doing that on their feathers, just to
Watering it down.
to get that really smooth look. You can do it. We did it in the bee wings to make like a gossamer bee wing. So it can be played with in a lot of different applications. The Power Wax, which is a cold wax medium, the same company made a water-based version of cold wax medium, which is traditionally oil-based. And so it's nice. I just use my fingers. It cleans up really easily. It doesn't have an odor. And when you mix it with acrylic paint, which is what I'm not going to say really made for, but that's how most people use it. It creates texture and a little bit of a matte. It's like a matte medium, but then when it dries, you can like buff it and it gets shiny. If you've ever used a furniture wax, it's sort of like that. So Power Wax is really handy compared to Swax. First of all, you don't have to heat it up. Second of all, it's lighter weight, so it's not gonna clump or weigh down. Swax, you have to be a little careful with how you use it. Sometimes you want the power of Swax. Like I love Swax on a horse hoof because it's building up that hoof wall. Like it's more realistic. Whereas I feel like Power Wax sits on the surface a little bit more. So as you create, if you have these mediums on hand, you have to experiment. So for example, when I made the elephant, I experimented with, at that point we just had Power Tex and Swax. I was experimenting on the tusks with both of those things, and some results I liked better than others. So I can't always say exactly what works best because there's so many possibilities and it depends on what you like as well. But they are fun to have on hand. In my needle felting sculpture path, I always like to stay wool. And what these mediums give us is a way to manipulate the wool and change the wool versus glass, polymer clay, other things that you can sculpt with. Nothing wrong with it. It's just I like to make my projects out of wool. Like that's the challenge for me. And that's the way I like to do it.
Someone said their Power Tex is getting dried out. They put a layer of water on the surface. Is there a better way to keep it fresh? The lid doesn't seem to seal well. I don't know if that's the hardener. I feel like the lid on the hardener, because the wax lid.
Yeah. The wax
lid seems.
It's just a Power Tex. Or Power Wax.
Power Tex.
Power Tex. Yeah, I have a bottle that's been around for a long time. And I have to deal with like a goober layer. I don't use it on a regular basis. Like, I don't know that I've ever gotten to the bottom of a bottle. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have?
I would like to know if anyone watching is the one that made the Fiber Fairies dress.
Oh yeah, we were trying to remember who crocheted the beautiful dresses, and it went.
I now wish that I had a list of
Right,
everything
right.
that came in, but
Yeah, it is perfect. Like, is her perfect outfit for today. I envy the Fiber Fairy right now.
she has a nice wardrobe.
She does. And she's chillaxing under a tree. So, other news. We're going to switch to SCI enrollment once a year. And that will be, I'm looking at September. We had a bunch of inquiries this spring, but I don't think anyone ever actually fully applied. So since that is, when we started, it was everybody who had been waiting was ready to go. But I'm going to switch to once a year. So if you're interested in becoming a certified instructor and you think that might work for you, there's a page on the website and you can learn more on that page. There's a couple of videos. And then the process starts off with a little inquiry form on that page that goes to Kyla, and it initiates a little bit of a back and forth. So the first thing is a non-disclosure. Some people are a little weirded out by the non-disclosure, but it's very simple. And then once you have signed that, it's no commitment or anything. then you get all the information that you need to make an informed decision about if it's right for you. And if it is, then you apply, and I meet with you, and we start the process. So that is the SCI news. What other news do we have?
Sheep and wool is this weekend.
Oh, sheep and wool. So right now, my plan is to go on Sunday. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a last minute decision. It's going to be a beautiful day, and
I can't believe I can't go this year.
I
And it's
know.
going to be beautiful.
I know
Last year was so cold
last year
and
was
raining.
I gotta say, I was pretty cranky. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna hunt for beautiful hand spun yarns.
Oh, good.
And
Oh, nice.
I should buy locks, but I'll be by my lonesome. Maybe I'll bring a wagon home.
Yeah.
And what did we do with the wagon when we
we took it back out.
we
to
took it
the-
out, see.
Yeah.
That's not as much fun when you're
We took it out to the
when
car.
you're alone.
We took it out to the car in the rain, and then we went back in. But it was good to not have the wagon anymore, so it was worth the trip
Yeah.
to the car.
Yeah. So I will be there. I will use Fanfare out a couple of times throughout the day. If anybody's there, I'll say, this is where I am. I'll be here for 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. And then also, if you do plan on going and you want to give us a heads up, you can email me at seraphinafiberart@gmail.com or Kyla, which is admin@seraphinafiberart.com. I saw a comment about the terminology, learning all the terminology. There is so much to learn. I'm still learning as we are exploring fiber art, not even just needle felting, but all of it. So, it will, once your interest is piqued, you will absorb it, you will learn it, especially the more that you do hands-on. As soon as you understand how to use Swax, then that's, becomes a part of your arsenal. And so like the skills and the tools and the terminology all sort of start to make you, build your fiber art skills and journey and creativity. And so instead of, I'm saying this because instead of being daunted, or overwhelmed by it, I really hope that people get excited to swim around in it. And don't worry, like everybody in our group on Fanfare is super helpful. We all started at the beginning, so any questions you can always ask there, and you'll get like 40 answers.
If you're brand new, on our website, one of the top, let's see exactly what it's called. One of the tabs at the top is Felting for Beginners, and when you click into that, there's a whole video on terms and fiber and just an intro that we filmed specifically for people just hopping in, along with some like frequently asked beginner questions and some suggested beginner projects, and that is definitely a tab to visit if you're new.
So good question about the shop hop.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa had submitted a request, and yes, I am super excited about that. We're going to do one on Friday. I have one picked out, but I'm waiting to hear from the person who submitted it.
Next week, next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah, 1 week. And I love, if you submit something and you can be live with us, that's even better. I think that was a really fun dynamic. So I'm going to shoot for every 2 weeks. And it's fun. It's fun for me, especially if it's something that I've never made before, because I get to think about, so for example, one was not a blue whale, humpback whale.
Mm-hmm.
And when I start an animal that I've never made, I just dive in, how big is it? How long does it live? Where does it live? And I learned so much about it already. Half tempted to figure out the armature.
Mm.
But
Nice.
But and thinking through the supplies is really fun for me. So this new format, in case you're not aware, we did a live stream on YouTube where I shopped for a project. So this is perfect for that. And someone on Fanfare pretty much nailed it when they talked about what they got out of it. And that's what we were hoping, is that we're going to learn from each other's projects. And when I'm down there shopping for the project, I'm explaining why and the techniques that can be used. And if you're doing it this way, maybe use this fiber. If you're doing it this way, maybe use this fiber. So we always think about color, what color do I need for this? But the fiber type has to match the felting technique as well. So it's a lot of that, and can help you organize not just shopping, but how you think about a project in general. So I'm really excited to do those.
Somebody asked about, they got the gnome, which is a 4, but they're kind of wanting like a 3. So what's good before that? Which I was thinking the goat,
Pony,
the doe.
doe and fawn. What's a donkey? Is that a 4?
That's, donkey's a 3.
3. Duckling. Chipmunk. The chipmunk video is old though. That's gonna have to be an update.
The chipmunk.
Yeah. Some of our videos are it's like our 10-year anniversary.
Today? This year.
This year is when you and I met.
Okay.
So this summer.
So
So
that's like now.
we're gonna have to do something
Because we
special
were in touch in April.
in the
We're gonna go on
spring.
vacation?
Yeah. Yeah. Are we gonna
What do you mean special?
Yeah, special for everybody.
Yes.
I have not figured it out yet. Yes, I would like to go on vacation. Yeah, 10 years ago, Kyla and I met and started this great adventure.
That's crazy.
The
Yeah.
traditional 10-year anniversary gift is tin or aluminum.
Tin or aluminum, we can work with that.
Nice.
You're aluminum. Aluminium.
Aluminium. It's always better with the British accent.
If only I had one. Then our 10 years would be like super powerful. Except for in the UK. They would be like, whatever. She's just normal.
Armatures and aluminum wire.
Yes,
What
that's
people are
true.
saying.
Ooh, good point. I could share some secret armatures.
Ah,
I said it, now I have to do it. That's what happens when we go live. I get excited and then I'm held to it.
Judy says tin roof, rusted. So while sharing the armatures, Love Shack needs to be playing in the background. Except then it would get kicked off of YouTube because we don't have rights to the song.
Wait, Tin Roof is a song?
Love Shack. Tin roof. Rusted. Do you not know that song? You
I
know that
it's
song.
the B-52s. isn't
Yeah.
it?
You don't know the tin roof part?
Maybe I didn't know that's what they were saying. Maybe I was saying something totally different.
That's funny. Someone said something about the shop hop.
I'd be curious of people's feedback on it. Like, I saw supportive comments on the
Yeah.
YouTube page, but I didn't see anything of like, oh, what could we do to improve it?
Okay.
How
So
about once your critiques?
there was like one in-depth post on Fanfare that was really nice, and because what I liked was she's like, I got, she basically said everything she got out of it, which was all we were hoping it would be. But yes, critiques. I did order us a handheld stabilizer.
Oh, cool.
Oh, fun.
And we're doing it with the phone, which is just easier down there. Like up here we have lights and wires and cameras and stuff. But and I loved, like I said, having the conversation with the person who's inquiring. I really like that element. And if you are interested in having your project submitted, you can email serafinafiberart@gmail.com, and I will take a look. If I'm on the ball, I will let you know that I got your email. And we have a little bit of a lineup now, so that's the only like little caveat, is that if it's something you really want to get started on, it might take us a while to get to your video. But we still, if you tell me that, like, we still, I don't know, we can help you. But
Oh, a mic on Sarah, because your voice faded when you turned away.
okay,
I do think there's a phone mic thingy.
okay, I might just have to be more aware of it.
Yeah.
But okay.
We will I will add the shop hops to the calendar. I just made a note to myself to add it for next Friday. I should be able to link the calendar too. I just need to make we need to reschedule. It was very complicated scheduling the live and then having
okay.
the right link for the live.
Okay.
It might be that
maybe we
morning that you
okay.
have the link, but
It worked.
yes.
What you did worked. We just remember what you just have to remember what you did.
Well, it like sends you that code that you kind of can't access after you set it up. I don't know, it's a little
Okay.
hairy, and we sort of fumbled our way through. So we'll get very good at it. If you're interested in seeing the one that we did, it's on our YouTube channel, and we do have a Shop Hop playlist. So if you go to the playlist, you'll be able to find it that way. Oops, sorry, I just
Sarah said, "See,
En
I'm with
route,
you." I didn't.
but it's rusted.
Now we have to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it as soon as we're done.
Somebody is asking about how to get the Fiber Fairy. So we have a brand new
Okay.
Fiber Fairy person, how to get the bundles, but you don't actually order the bundles. You order.
There was a comment on the post that I answered. They were
Okay.
like, "I'm looking for the bundle." Okay. So on Fiber Fairy giveaway days, the tiers, like what you get, are added to your order. So there's special things that we've put together just for the day, and you place your order buying other things that you want or need, whichever term you like to use. And then the tiers are the dollar amount that you need to hit your subtotal to qualify for that tier. So today, for example, if you ordered a little handful of things and it adds up to $25, we're going to add the core wool to your box. And then if you get to 55, we add the 3-ounce bundle of, 6 different fibers. So that's how a Fiber Fairy works.
Someone's asking what Fanfare is.
Fanfare is our Facebook page. Specifically, it's needle felting primarily, but it's specifically for Serafina Fiber Art. So it started as we had several people who loved our videos, loved what we were doing. They were emailing us, I made this, or can you tell me this? And we thought, we need to make a group. I wonder when we started Fanfare. We need to make a group where everybody can show what they're making and support each other. And that's what Fanfare is. So if you're on Facebook, if you're a Facebook user, you can look up Serafina Felting Fanfare and submit to join that group. We try to keep it's a private group. Every once in a while
It is
a
weird.
spammer gets in, but
it's so strange.
it's not perfect. But overall it has been just a wonderful addition to the felting business and community. So
I don't know. I don't
so
see
Kat said, "Oh shoot, I just placed an order." Well, if depending on what you spent, you will get those. There's all the orders for the 24 hours receive the Fiber Fairy giveaway. If they reach the tiers. Yeah, lots of new people, which is awesome. And we're happy to back it up and explain explain whatever we need to explain, because there is a lot going on at this point. Oh, thanks, Jan. Yes, the felt-alongs were so good for everybody. They were good for me and everybody who participated, and even people are still referring to them. So like the witch, the mermaid, those are pretty advanced projects that we don't have, in any other way except for the felt-along. So it was a lot of fun to have that to turn to.
Mermaid family pets. I'm slowly
Oh,
working
that's
on my
funny.
mer family.
Oh, I can't wait to see a mer dog. How would you make a
A mer dog?
germaid? A mer bull? I'm trying to mash up gerbil and mermaid.
A merster?
Yeah. New armatures, right? That was a 10th anniversary idea. I'm saving it now.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be held accountable.
Well, we could mash up, because one of the shop hop requests was an armature that I do have figured out that isn't available yet.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
Her sisters. Reverse needles don't come up in a search.
So if you just do needles, when you get our standard needles pack, there's 6 different options on there, and the reverse needles are in there.
We have exciting new needle packaging coming as well.
We do. If you type
Like,
in reverse,
really
needles
nice.
come up. Oh yeah, the packaging is very exciting. Reverse needle. I don't know. It looks like it's coming up for me, which is actually surprising. But guinea pig mermaid mashup.
Our little setup looks so pretty today. I don't know why I'm looking at yours, not mine. Yours looks prettier.
Just the coloring.
Yeah, maybe.
I did notice on the overhead the colors in that in particular were not quite as saturated. Maybe because it was all against this that all the colors are richer than they're coming across.
Oh yeah, the chimpanzee. That was a life-size baby orangutan. That was a huge armature that failed. So I won't be sharing that one.
Tutorial on how to figure out an armature.
Oh, that's a fun idea. I'm gonna write that one down.
Love the new labels. That's good. Yeah, the needle packaging, you'll be able to keep and store your needles in there. It's very exciting.
I love the tutorial on figuring out an armature idea. I mean, we get that question all the time. And there's a sort of almost like a series of try this, try this, try this, not like this works every time.
Right.
Because
That almost feels like a course, like an on-demand. Are we going for tacos? It is Cinco de Mayo, but we have a favorite Mexican place.
We do,
right
and
down
it's
the road.
very nearby, but I have a feeling they'll be
They're going to be
overwhelmed today, especially since it's also a Friday.
When you hit 55, it's cumulative, so you'll get both levels of the offer.
There's just, I think that shout out to Sabine and Delisa for sharing the plumage and feather technique, because there is so much that can come from that. And so, for example, I was playing with the yarn and I was thinking, if you made a frond basically with yarn, you could twist it on itself and you would have a flower. If it was that kind of like a cone flower, for example, or what else is like real or if let's say you use tussa silk, you made a tussa silk feather and then you rolled it up on itself, it would be like a dandelion cloud, or I don't know. There's a lot that I'm thinking of that's pretty simple that we haven't even gotten to yet.
Lots of interest in a whale armature.
Yeah.
When is the first Serafina festival? We don't know.
That would be so fun. When my kids are like off in college, which is coming very quickly, couple months, I feel like I can shoot a little bigger on things that I can plan and do and places I can go. And
I'm a year behind you.
yes, I have to wait for Kyla.
I mean, you don't have to.
No,
wait
I
for
do.
me, but
Okay,
what
so
gauge,
whale.
what
Okay,
gauge yarn? Sorry, on
That's
the
okay.
Lavender.
I used a green 26
Okay.
because 22 gets too bulky, and then 32 is wouldn't hold. It would be a little too floppy.
There will be more. Sorry, silk. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh yeah, wasn't that fun? That was like a little. That was a little secret. That was a little sorry, not sorry secret. Silk.
There will be more.
So yes, that comes from the process of the blanket making that I'm doing, and there will be more. Yeah.
Just about anything that we say will be coming back. If you haven't ever done this before, if you're on the website and you really want the wisteria yarn, if you click into it, there's a little blue rectangle box that has a bell and it says notify me. I don't know exactly what it says. It says notify. So if you click into that, you can add your email. And when we add more to inventory, you will get an automatic email for that, for the sorry silk scraps, anything that you're waiting on. And then you'll know right away.
Someone asked about the chick. The chick is a tutorial, so you can find it either by going to our tutorial page on our website or searching Serafina Chick on YouTube, or go to the Chick supply pack listing and the videos are linked in that.
I think there was a chick felt along too.
Oh, and a felt along. So many possibilities.
There's a playlist. There's a felt along playlist on our YouTube channel, so you can find it that way.
Trisha, where is your brain going? I can't wait to see what you're making with yarn and spray paint. Sure, acrylic works on textiles, and spray paint is acrylic, I think.
We do not have green wire listed. We have
Oh,
brown,
you could
black, and white.
Yeah, you could use any of the other cloth covered wires.
I interrupted you. You were going to talk about whales.
Oh, I'm just combining 10th anniversary shop hop armatures, because this is the other one.
Secret. Oh, okay.
So it could be like 10th anniversary summer.
Ooh.
I'll come up with a logo.
Okay, so
Ooh.
that would be like super extra special if I like did an armature with the shop hop, but that will not continue.
Right.
That would be a 10th anniversary special thing.
Yeah. So, would you show the armature during the shop hop?
Probably that would be part of it. Yeah.
Okay. Down there.
We
Over
were
the
painting
shoulder.
ourselves into a corner. We were digging our hole.
Trying to figure out how you do it. Just down
We'll
there
figure
with
it
the
out.
phone.
We'll figure it out. And well, I shouldn't say that one out loud.
Talbot.
I'll write it down. This is terrible.
There is no 3D Rooster tutorial. That was like the project that was gonna happen, and then we had to cancel the class.
Yeah.
There are no new colors in the Chick supply pack. They're just the same colors. These colors,
They're a
could
little
make,
different.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
make a Chick a little extra special even. Talbot, now you have to make a logo. You said that, so
Yeah, easy.
What's the logo for? Shop Hop?
the summer
10th
Oh,
anniversary
yeah,
summer
yeah.
Serafina thing.
10th anniversary summer.
I don't know if it works to directly blow up the Chick armature. I think sometimes when you're scaling up or down, there's other things to consider, like especially baby to adult, because they have different proportions. The rooster, sort of the armature that I made is like I was going for bantam rooster size, so it's like life size, but it's a little rooster, and yeah, you got to get heavier wires and everything to support all of that.
Can you show a close up of the wisteria color sprig?
You guys are giving us a
Please.
lot of ideas.
The wisteria color sprig.
The anniversary, yes, I will. The anniversary totally snuck up on me.
Yeah.
Like that's why we're just shooting stuff out live.
Oh,
If I were on top of things, it would have been all planned out. The T-shirts would already be made.
do you want to flip your piece of paper over?
It's okay. Thank you. My secrets.
Your secrets.
I'll keep my secrets. I think I started with like 1-inch pieces, but then I trimmed them down just a little bit. Some of the yarn has a little bit lighter. Well, and that little center spot is still kind of white, which I like because it gives it, if you are making a flower, it gives it that a little more interest, I think. And so even though we use all the same dyes and the colors are all the same, there's still a little bit of variation, which will happen. But when you're hand dyeing something, did they have a question or they just wanted to see that?
Yeah, I think it was just to see it. Wait, I missed one. Oh, any new kits coming out?
Oh, what's
Do
nice about the
not-
cattail. Someone made me a cattail.
Yeah.
It's not in that arrangement. It's in the other one.
We don't have any new kits planned.
Yes, I am on a little bit of a tutorial hiatus while I spending the summer getting the blanket website launched and sort of making blankets and reorganizing some of our online structure for that. I'm hoping to have that already, shooting for October for some holiday shopping. We'll see if I can pull it off. It's a lot, basically like creating a whole nother website. So, but we'll get back at it. Don't worry, because I'm gonna be like a dam that is getting burst when I do get back to feeding the tutorial machine. Oh, when are the new locks changed over? Okay, so I made a mistake with that. Those beautiful Wensleydale locks, which let me grab because I have some right here. 1 second. Oh, our little hummingbird plummeted to his death.
No.
Really?
I'm going to answer the question about this. 25 for the core, and this to get this tier, it's 55. And at that, you get both.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Talbot, if you'll do the overhead. These I have been handling. They've been on my desk and I've been playing with them, so they're a little spread out now. But these are Wensleydale U. And these are what we'll be getting in, and it will be the pumpkin patch colorways, not all of the fiber art locks. I had made a mistake in my post. and Marcia was sure to let me sure to let me know. So I'm not sure where we are on the Switch yet,
Oh,
honestly. But they're beautiful and they're really special. They're soft, they're long, they're well defined, and the pumpkin patch colors are really,
Mhm.
really pretty.
they're shiny.
So sorry I don't totally have the answer on that turnover, but I can find out.
Do we do a Stab It to Life 10th anniversary shirt? Because there are a lot of Stab It to Life t-shirt
Mhm.
requests.
Mhm.
It's a good
Mhm.
idea.
Because that's sort of the original.
I'm just writing all the ideas down next to the secrets. Yes, locks are. That's why these have been sitting on my desk because they're just special, exactly how they are. So.
Oh, the Canvas Serafina tote. Someone needs organizational tips for on the
Mhm.
road or room to room.
Mm.
It has all those little things on the
Yeah,
side.
we
I
weren't
think the
able to
center-
get those anymore.
Yeah, I think the center just is a little bit of a black hole, and you just pull it all out, make a mess on your table.
Yeah, anything that has. You could use. There's a lot of hand carry toolboxes like that. The canvas toolboxes. I use one of those for my horse grooming supplies because you could go from stall to stall and or gardening totes. Yeah, any kind of tool tote. Harbor Freight
Mhm.
Freight has like a lot of
Something,
different
yeah.
stuff like that for like inexpensively. Yeah.
A line of Serafina chocolates.
Oh, come on now. That's nice. None of them would make it to you.
Is there a package of all shades of green locks besides the moose moss that could work for tree leaves?
No,
You don't have
because
green.
I went with the yarn, but we did talk about that possibility. I'll write that one down.
Green locks. Yeah, you do get a floofier.
It's different. It's a different
Mhm.
look. A tree takes like when I did the autumn one, I used a 2 ounce bag and it was like just enough. So really like 2 to 3 ounces will give you a more full look.
Anyone who's looking for inventory, like wool storage in their own workspaces, if you are on Fanfare, there's a place to search. And if you search storage or inventory, there's a lot of different posts that'll come up. Even from several years ago, people have shared pictures of how they store things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a treasure trove of ideas in there.
Yeah.
Oh, will moose moss be coming
Right.
back?
I have to get that specific lock, which I should try to do on Sunday. Some of the locks that we get are hard to come by.
And white locks are hard to be able to wash up and have them be white enough for white locks. Someone else is asking about white.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ever like really needing locks for a specific project, we suggest feltingfarmerlady.com. Our friend Lee has a bunch of neat,
Yeah, she's
really nice locks on there.
specializes in like special locks, small batches. Hopefully the Wensleydale we can do white as well.
Okay.
I'll have to talk. Marcia's been away, so there's a few sort of plans in the works that we gotta sort out. I'm trying to think of any other fronts.
I don't know. That's a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot on your paper there.
Yes, yeah, I'm really excited about the shop hop. That's gonna be a lot of fun moving forward.
The treasure trove of ideas. If you are on Facebook, you want to be in our private felting group, Serafina Felting Fanfare. If you are in that group, there's a way to search, and a lot will come up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can be more specific on the way to search. It's gonna look different whether you're on a phone or an iPad. There's just that little, what's that called? Magnifying glass, the little search thing. And you can search. It'll all come up.
I love Mary Marin said she wanted to move into our shipping area. It is really, well, Jennifer is like super organizer. And so the shipping area is, I gotta say, it is very well done. Mm-hmm. It works really well. And before Audrey left, we got a system for, I don't even know what to call it. I call it like the scanner clicker,
the
beeper. So I feel very, when we ship, I feel very fortunate to have such a good layout and system.
Mm-hmm.
So. Mm.
Does anyone have anything else?
Yeah, if we're finished with questions, we can go ship your orders and order lunch.
Mm-hmm. Both of which are important.
Yeah.
Lunch is probably happening first. Instead of night at the museum, you could sell small group overnight at the shop passes.
Oh, gosh. It's not that nice. We could come back in the morning and like all the stuff would be out.
We should have a loft area.
Yeah, people would be like
do have a
sleeping on
loft.
bags of wool. Where's that video of Talbot like leaping into the bag of wool? That needs to be on YouTube.
I think I have it. It's got to be on my phone.
It's
when we move down there.
I feel like it might be on my laptop too.
All
I
right.
think I filmed
We'll
it.
find it.
Yeah.
What is the story with the flower fairy in the picture? The Sprite? I think the Sprite. If you've never done a Sprite, that is also a felt along. YouTube's playlist. Look for.
The Sprites was just a felt along, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
Did he just? Oh, how'd you do that? How do you redeem points that you earn when you're logged in to the website? There's a oval. It's green. It says Serafina Rewards. When you click into that, it'll walk you through ways to earn and ways to redeem. It suggests usually one option that's not the one that you necessarily have to do. Like it'll say click to redeem for whatever. Click in on the ways to redeem, and then you can figure out which option is going to be best for your particular order. Then it'll send you a code. I think you get an email. You'll get a code. The code also stays in the rewards area. It really is pretty user-friendly. That code goes into a discount box, and it comes off your order.
We've come a long way in 10 years
Mm-hmm.
from Etsy and the mill.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we should put together a little photo montage.
That's a good idea.
I'll write that one down.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you all so much. And we will see you in a week. I hope we did 11 on a Friday. I think I'll just stick with that, trying to hit the middle of the day where people who aren't right near us can tune in. And all of our live streams stay on YouTube. So you can find them if you're not able to participate. No problem. We did create a YouTube video playlist for the Shop Hops So if you're looking for those specifically, you can go on our channel and go into playlists and then click on the Shop Hop playlist. So yeah, oh my gosh, now I have so much to do. I mean, I already had a lot to do. Now I have more. And then we are shooting for another Fiber Fairy at the end of June, middle and June.
I'll get that on the calendar too.
Yeah, and right now I don't have any in-house or in-studio work hours scheduled, but we'll do more of those as well. A handful of local people have been able to come and work together, which is fun. So we have, if you're just getting started, obviously there's a lot to learn. And even, you know, those of us who have been felting for years, I just feel like there's infinite possibility. It's the art, it's the craft and of infinite possibility. So looking forward to everything that is coming up and that we keep learning about and keep sharing. Someone put a really nice comment on Fanfare about how we share, and it's really like sort of the basis of how the business grew. So yep. Last question, how much wisteria can you make? It just these are just shy of 3 ounces, and it depends on how you're using it. So you'll have to get it and experiment with it and see what you can do. But thank you so much. Can't wait to see you guys again. Do the next thing we do. See what that is.